Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to solve the question area of compound shapes. As you can see, the first question is here. So how we will be able to solve this one? I mean this one. First of all, you can split the shape into two parts like this one. So it makes a rectangle. You can solve both of the rectangles separately. Like the upper rectangle is 9 times 8 because 9 is here and 8 is here. So the upper triangle makes 9 times 8, which should be 9 times 8 is 72, and the bottom rectangle is this one. Bottom rectangle is this one. This is also simple. Its length is 7 and its width is 5. So it makes 7 times 5. 7 times 5, which makes 32. Now add both of the areas. Actually, we have found the area of the upper rectangle and the bottom rectangle, and we can now add them. 2 and 2, 4. 7 and 3 makes 10. So the whole area is upper one was 72 centimeters square, and the bottom one was actually 35 centimeters square. And if you add them up, we will get 104 centimeters square. So this should be the answer of the first part. Okay, now we will move to the second part. After rubbing out this one, I will move to the second part. So here you go. So the second part, I can select any other color, and I can split the shape into two parts like this one. Its length is 25, as you can see here, and its width is 12. It's simple, 25 times 12. So the first rectangle is 25 times 12. And if you multiply it, you will be getting 300 centimeter square, because it's 25 centimeter and 12 centimeter, and area is always written in the shape of squares. So it makes 300 centimeter square. I can write the area in this shape, 300 centimeter square. Now what about the bottom one? Let's talk about the bottom rectangle of the same compound shape, because compound shape means the joining of more than one shapes. Its width is 6 and its length is 10. Alternatively, you can say one of the lengths is 10 and one of the other lengths is 6. 6 10 times should be 60. So I have just got its area as 60. I'm going to write it inside the rectangle for your better understanding. There is a less space to write centimeter square inside the shape, so I'm writing centimeter square here, and the whole area is, let me write the whole area as 360 centimeters square. Centimeter square. Please note down neatly on your paper. Okay, so here we have done the second part. Now I will move to the third part, C part. So here you go. First of all, I will divide the shape into two parts like this. First of all, I have divided it into the upper part, which makes a rectangle like this. And now the student will do one mistake. They will multiply 4 with the 10. But you know, 10 is actually the height of the whole shape. Means it also includes the upper rectangle, it also includes the bottom rectangle. But you can see here that bottom rectangle is, its height is 3 centimeters. That means 3 is also here. If you take away 3 from 10, you will get 7 here. So the upper rectangle's length is actually 7. So here you realize that upper rectangle's length is 7. Okay, we can use the same color. Like I'm solving at the top of this page, it's clear screen 4 times 7, which is actually 4 times 7 equals 28. So it should be 28 centimeter square. And the bottom rectangle is like this. It is 3 times, because area means length times width. Also, it doesn't matter either you write length first or the width first. It has to be multiplied, so its arrangement doesn't really matter. 3 times 13 should be 39 centimeters square. And if you add them up, what you would be getting is 8 add 9 is 17, and 1 goes at the top of here. At the top here, 2 add 3 is 5, add 1 should be 6. So the answer should be 67 centimeters square. So the answer of the whole shape is 67 centimeters square. I'm rubbing them out now. So C part has been done. Now we'll move to the D part. D part, here you go. Okay. As soon as we are moving further on the questions, the shapes are becoming complex and complicated. Okay, my first duty is to divide the shape into 2 parts, especially while you are dealing with the rectangular shapes. So the upper rectangle, like this, its length is clearly visible is 2, and its width is, or alternatively you can say, excuse me, the width is 2 and the length is 5. If you multiply them, because area means length times width, which makes 5 times 10 centimeters square. And while you deal with the bottom one, this shape, it's clearly visible that the length is 9, and the width is 3, excuse me. So it makes 9 times 3, which makes 27 centimeters square. If you add them up, it will make 37 centimeters square. So the answer of the whole shape is 37 centimeters square. Okay, let me rub them out. Okay, now I will be moving to the E part. Okay, student, if you want to take the full advantage of the lesson, you should also stop the video here and you can draw this shape by yourself so that you could take the full advantage of this video. Okay, let me first of all, why not I use a highlighter to make the lecture more understanding. So I have highlighted this shape in yellow color. Now I will work only within the highlighted part. I'm going to select the yellow pencil as well, so that you could understand that yellow highlighted means the yellow part we are going to work out. It is clearly visible that its length is 2 and its width is, maybe you should be saying that width is 20, but actually not. 20 is not the width. 20 is the whole of the height from here to here. But if you subtract 8 out of it, you will get 12. Means 8 at the top and 12 at the bottom. That means it's also 12, it's also 12, and it's also 12. And the yellow highlighted is also 12. That means area, which means length times width. It is actually 2 times 12, which makes 24. Okay, now I will be rubbing out all unnecessary things, and now I will be using the red color. I'm going to find out the area of this red highlighted part and using the red pencil as well. Second area should be second length is actually 6, clearly visible, and the height or the width is 12 again. So 6 times 12 is 72. Now I will be working within the last bottom rectangle. So here you go. First of all, I need to rub out and need to select the blue color for the highlighter. So I'm working within it, and it's also clearly visible that its length is 6 again and its height is 12 again. So 6 times 12 is again 72. Now I will be working at the topmost bigger rectangle. I will be using the yellow color for it. Since I have less space, I will utilize the top part which is still empty later on. You can see 24 is here, and we have already realized that it's 8 here, 8 here. So this rectangle, I am again clarifying, this yellow rectangle is 24 times 8. 24 times 8, which makes it 8 4 times 32, 8 2 times 16, 17, 18, 19. And now if you add them up, like if you add 24 with 72, like this, 24, add 72, add 72, add 192. If you add them up, you will be getting how much? You will be getting 4 add 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 here, 1 in the mind, 2 and 7, 9, 9 and 7, 16, and 17, and how much was in mind? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1 was in mind, so it makes 18 here. 4, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 7, 9, add 7, 16, add 9. So 16 add 9 should be 25, and it makes 26, sorry. So 6 here. And 1 add 2 should be 3. So 360 is the 360 centimeter square is the last answer. So I'm rubbing them out. Okay, let's find the area for here. Okay, first of all, let me highlight the parts which are necessary. Okay, one thing I can do is, let me try to adjust the screen in a more better way. FX means graph editor, and okay, never mind. Yellow highlight, I wanted to paste yellow highlight. It's too bigger. Let me make a little shorter. Okay, now I will work within this yellow one only. Its length is 8. As you can see here, the length is 8. And as you can see, 3 is here. That means the top part should be 4. That's why the top part should be 4. And 3 add 4 makes 7 here. Just try to understand. Again, I can make this one as yellow highlighted. Okay. Sorry, my yellow highlight gone little downside, but I hope you can understand it. Now I should be continuing with the question. Let me make a font little thicker more. 8 times 7 should be 8 and 7 should be 56 centimeter square. You can also write centimeter square with it. And we still have two bottom rectangles. We should be working with them as well. Oh, I should be using the other color. Let's make it red color and work with the red pencil as well. And it should be 3 times 3. 3 times 3, which makes it 9. And last one, I can use the blue color here. It's very obvious, it's 2 times 3. Why I'm saying 2 times 3? Because 3 is already the height of the left-sided rectangle. So it is 2 times 3, which makes it 6. If you add them up, you will be getting 56 add 9 should be 65, add 65 add 6 should be 71. So the answer, whole area's answer is 71. So you can see 8 times, oh, one thing is a mistake, I just realized it should be 8 times 4 here. So which makes it 32. So I should be changing the calculations again. 8 times 4 should be 32 because it was 4 here and bottom was 3. And 32 add 9 should be 41. 41 add 6 should be 47. So 47 should be the answer. 8 times 4. This is the advantage of free checking, that even by we can do a silly mistake. Even if we are very consciously doing, we can sometimes do a silly mistakes. 8 times 4 is 32, 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 3 is 6. 32 add 9 should be 41, 41 add 6 should be 47. So 47 should be the answer. So here we have attempted the F part, now we will moving towards the G part. First of all, I will be highlighting the top one rectangle like this, and it makes 3 times 8, because if you clearly see, the length is, area means the length times width, and the length is actually 3 and the width is 8. So 3 times 8 should be 24. And if you highlight a rectangle just below it with another color, I should be highlighting it. The green color should be fine. Okay. So here you should be very conscious, because one of in this very particular shape you should be very conscious. This is 14 here, as you can see. Let me highlight it instead. This is 14 here. Oh, sorry. This is 14 here. But from 14, if you take away the top height, like it was 8 here, so 8 is here. 8 is here and 2 is here. From 14, if you take away 8 and if you take away 2, means if you subtract them, then in the middle part you can get 4. In the middle part you can get 4. So instead of saying it as 14, it is actually 4. Now the thing is, how much is this length? The top one, this was 3 and Now we can deal with it. If you know here it is 7 and here it is 3. So from 16, if you take away 7 add 3 means 10. If you take away, in the middle part you can get 10. Oh, I mean sorry, 6. Because see, from 16 you are taking away so from here to here it is 6, and from it is 6, and the remaining one is actually this is 3. So 6 add 3 should be 9. Try to understand it. So we have to deal with the length as 9, and let me use other color. Length as, sorry, the previous drawing was also removed by mistake. 8 and times 3, and I needed to choose another color for here, and it should be length as 9 and the width as 4. Try to understand how I got 9 4 times 36. And the last one, I'm going to remove the unnecessary drawings. First of all, I'm going to highlight the bottommost rectangles like this. Okay, it's very obvious. It is 16 as length, and length is 16, and the height is, or the width is 2. So 16 times 2 is 32. Okay, now we have counted the areas of all of the rectangles. I can write them separately. Like the top one is 24 and its junior is 36, and the most bottom one is 32. Let's add them up. 4 add 6 is actually, let me choose another color. Like I can pick, there are other options as well. Okay, why not pick this one? 4 add 6 is 10, add 2 is 12. So I'm going to write here 2 here, and 2 add 3 is 5, 6 add 5, 6, 7, 8, add 1, 9. So 92 centimeters square should be the answer. H part. Excuse me. Okay, I can also solve it. Area equal to, sorry, area, why not choose another color? Area equals to length multiplied by width. Okay, I think this shouldn't be really effective here. This time I should not be using it. I should be using the pencil because it helps in highlighting as well. Let me highlight. Okay, here you need to consider few things. The length, the top one is, it's this. Let's say this is the length and this is the width. This is the length and this is the width, and the length is very obviously the 20. And the width should be how much? 16 take away 9. This is 9 here, and the total from here to here it was 16. So from 16, if you subtract 9, you will be getting 7 at the top. That means it is 7. So 20 times 7 should be 70 times 0, 7, 2 times 40. So 140 centimeters square. Now I should be dealing with the bottom one rectangle, which is here. The main thing you need to find is this much length. This much length you need to find, because 9 is already known. So if from 20, which is from here to here, if you subtract 6, if you subtract 7, you will be getting the middle part. So 7 add 6, which was actually 13. And if you take away 13 out of 20, you will be getting 7 in the middle. So 7 in the middle. 7 times 9, which makes 63. And if you add them up, you will be getting 0 add 3 as 3, 4 add 6 is 10, and 1 add 1 is 2. So 203 centimeters square. Centimeters square. So here you should be solving the question this way. Okay, let's first of all highlight the main parts which we need to highlight. So I have highlighted this part as yellow color, and let's see how much is its length and how much. It's very obvious the length is 16, or the width is 16, length is 5. So it should be area. Let me make the font as smaller. It should be more effective. Area equals to length times width. And the length, you can say it is 5, and the width, you can consider anyone as length and the width. But you make sure you are working with the rectangle, which length and width should be the different things. And you can multiply either of these, putting at any sequence. 5 6 times 30, 5 1 times 5, 6 7 8. And the next one is, let me make it highlighted first. Two, you can either put 2 in the start, alternatively you can put, oh sorry, the previous one was removed, never mind, I can use back the blue color, 15 and 16, and now again the red highlighted one. The middle part you needed to know, this one. Actually the whole length was 14 here, as you can see in the red circle. From 14, if you subtract 5, you will be getting 4 in the middle, isn't it? So 4 should be the length, and width is already the 2 you can see. So 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, now let's rub the highlighted region. The last but not the least is the highlighter. I can use the blue color highlighter. I can highlight in blue color. The length is already 5, you can see. The length is already 5 here, you can see. So I can write the 5 here. By mistake I have used the blue color again. I hope you should never mind. And the 16 is already given here, so 16 is here as well. Use the common sense. 15 times 6 is already known as 80. 80 add 80 we know is 160, so it should be 168 centimeters square. The area of the whole shape is 168 centimeters square. Please don't forget to write the centimeter square at least at the end. If you have forgotten to write centimeter square, I'm pointing where you need to write centimeter squares. 80 centimeter square, 8 centimeter square, 80 centimeters, so it makes 168 centimeters square. Hope you understood.